Hey, yeah, you. Take a pause because school is in session. It's me, Aisha Gaines here, your licensed professional counselor, relationship repair practitioner, and breakup coach. I'm also the creator of Rooted Function Theory. Welcome to my series on relationships, friendships, dating, and breakups. I've been at this education and empowerment mission for a long time, 12 years to be exact, and I've had to pivot a lot of times. But now it's time to talk about what I really care about relationships. How we are to one another in the black and brown community deserves repair, and I'm on a mission to do it. I've learned over the years that dysfunction has been impacting connections for a while. Many are lost on resources on how to learn new skills, and let's be real, many of us have received awful and sometimes terrible advice that has burned bridges and did major damage. So consider my role as a healthy bridge, helping you navigate chaotic relationship waters. So let's get into it. If you're going through a breakup, on the verge of one, or working to repair a relationship or friendship, this message is for you. Today, I want to talk about something my partners often praise me for: my willingness. Let me be clear. I'm not perfect. None of us are. But what I am is willing. I'm willing to have hard conversations, willing to admit when the root of the dysfunction might actually be me, willing to grow even when it's uncomfortable. See, willingness is what takes us further than surface level connection. The date nights, the matching outfits, the highlight reel on social media. True willingness shows your partner or your friend how you actually show up when things aren't convenient or picture perfect. But here's the thing: willingness doesn't mean you abandon yourself. It's not the same as being a pushover. In fact, it's the opposite. I've found that it's easier to be willing because I have boundaries. Boundaries are what allow me to give without resentment. Boundaries say, I'll listen, but I won't let you belittle me. I'll compromise, but I won't abandon my values. I'll forgive, but I won't tolerate abuse of any kind, emotional or physical. And here's another key part. If willingness isn't there in the moment, I'm not able to show up as my best self, the real repair comes from being able to recognize it, having the willingness to circle back to say, I didn't handle that well. How can I make it right? That humility is often what rebuilds trust faster than pretending we never messed up at all through avoidance. In romantic relationships, willingness looks like listening, really hearing your partner out, trying something new together, even when it feels uncomfortable, compromising instead of shutting down, offering an apology when it's needed. In friendships, willingness looks like showing up when your friend is grieving, even if you don't have the perfect words. Having the courage to say, hey, I feel hurt by what happened, instead of silently withdrawing. Celebrating their wins, even if you're in a low season yourself. Sometimes those small acts of willingness become the very security blanket your connection has been missing. Think about how many men are afraid to ask for a compromise, afraid to say, can we try another way? Think of how many people resist the idea of going to therapy altogether because they fear it means that they've failed. And imagine how many friendships quietly dissolve because nobody was willing to have one uncomfortable conversation. Avoidance costs more than willingness ever will. Willingness removes combativeness. It shifts the focus from me versus you to us. It opens the door to collaboration, exploration, and true partnership. So here's your reflection homework for today. In your current relationship or looking back at past ones, ask yourself, what were the things I was not willing to compromise on? What were the conversations I was not willing to have? What were the things I was not willing to accept? Take a moment to journal on that. And if you're unsure about what healthy versus unhealthy willingness looks like, I've created a free PDF guide and it's linked in the comments. And as always, if you're struggling in your relationship, going through a breakup, or on the verge of a breakup, it may be time to seek support for your relationship or friendship. You can email me directly, aishagaines@gmail.com. You can also learn more about rooted function theory on www.aishagaines.com. So thanks for listening. And remember, willingness can change everything. Peace, y'all.